Okay, so hello students, welcome you all in the lecture series of machine learning. Okay, so what we cover in this lecture, so you just see. These are the topics which will cover in the today's lecture. Okay, so you just see what is machine learning. First, we go through the definition, what is actually a machine learning. Then we'll cover the traditional versus machine learning algorithms. So we'll concentrate about the little bit difference between traditional algorithms and the machine learning algorithms. Then we'll go through the types of machine learning, means what are the types of machine learning, how the machine can learn, then the types of machine learning algorithms. Okay, and then we'll concentrate about one of the machine learning algorithm like clustering. And clustering algorithms, there is a lot of clustering algorithms. So we'll focus on today what is clustering actually and how we can separate it out, means how we can form the clusters and what are the parameters through which we can cluster, find out the clusters. Okay, so these are the topics which will cover in this unit. Okay, so here is what is machine learning actually. So many scientists can give the definition of machine learning. It's totally related to the simple learning process. The human can also learn and machine can also learn. Okay, so after learning we can act better. Okay, means suppose that when we are in childhood we don't have any idea about the language, and once we learn the language like Hindi and mother tongue and all, we just start learning, and what we can say, we can update the vocabulary and sentences, and once we learn the vocabulary and sentences we can perform better. Okay, so similar thing with machine. So here is the definition. The learning denotes the changes in a system that enable a system to do some task more efficiently next time. Okay, so before learning we perform the task, but after learning we can perform that particular task better. Okay, so this is basically a learning. And the next definition is given by another scientist. Learning is constructing or modifying the representation of what is being expressed, means how we can express the things better. Okay, and another definition is here. Learning is making useful changes is more, okay, in our mind. Means once we learn we can modify it and act better next time. Okay, so these are the some definition of learning. So it's a basic learning rules. And nowadays we can also learn day-to-day lives and some experienced. Okay, and now here the traditional versus machine learning algorithms. Here is the some basic rules. What are the basic differences between the traditional algorithms and the machine learning? Okay, machine learning algorithms. Okay, so in traditional algorithms, we can give the data as an input, and with the data we can apply some rule. With the data we can apply some rules, and with these rules we can process our data through the computer or the machine, and we get the desired output. Okay, so this is the basic traditional algorithm approach. And when we talk about the machine learning, we'll give the data same as will give the data as an input. Okay, and here we know the output. Okay, we know the output, or we can predict what is the desired output and what we want as an output, but we don't have any idea how we can get that output. That is called rule. Okay, so in machine learning we find the rule actually. Okay, but here is the predefined rule is also defined, but here we found the rule through which we can get the desired output. So this is the basic difference between the machine learning and the traditional algorithms. So that rule is called model. Okay, model. Once we prepare the model, so next time we'll give the data and we'll get the desired output by using the particular model. Okay, and then we see the types of machine learning. What are the types? Okay, so we can divide the learning of machine into three categories. One is the supervised learning, unsupervised learning, and reinforcement learning. Okay, so what is supervised, unsupervised, and the reinforcement learning? So supervised learning means okay, so in supervised learning means we can predict some value, and based on the prediction we can find out the desired output. Okay, means supervised means there is some base, base, and on the basis of that we can predict the output, predict the desired output. But in case of unsupervised learning, what is unsupervised learning is, unsupervised learning means we don't have any previous experience or the previous data about the particular model preparation. Okay, means we don't have any idea about the model and anything. We don't have any experience actually. Okay, in the case of unsupervised learning. Okay, and reinforcement learning means once we can form the model and we get some errors and mistakes, and through mistake we can learn and update yourself. That is called reinforcement learning. So supervised, unsupervised, and reinforcement learning. Okay, so we just go to the next slide and seen the types of machine learning algorithms. So based on that different category of machine learning, so there is some set of statistical problems, or the statistical methods through which we can learn our machine. Means we can compute the model and process the data. Okay, so this is here the regression for the supervised machine learning, regression and classification. Okay, so through the regression and classification algorithms, we can use for the supervised learning. In unsupervised learning, we can use the clustering, and in reinforcement learning, we can use the control algorithm. So these are the some algorithms through which we can achieve the learning of our machine. Okay, so